Now, finally, for the slightly older kids, I mean, we're still talking about primary age children here, so they're not old. We're talking about a slightly different selection of books here. So we've got Ling Ling Bird Seen and Heard, which features obviously the popular Ling Ling Bird character that we know from Ling Ling Bird Hears with His Magic Ears and other titles for our younger readers and listeners. Ling Ling Bird Seen and Heard goes into a little bit more detail about how cochlear implants work and how speech and language is developed, and it's all told through this story of Ling Ling Bird meeting the little tiny chickadee, and through the story, Chickadee learns, he gets an insight into the experience of his new buddy who's deaf. So he gets an insight into Ling Ling Bird's experience, and at the same time Ling Ling Bird discovers that it doesn't matter that they're very different, they can still be friends. And so it talks about how some people, or fantastical birds in this case, talk using sign language, while others prefer to use their voice, and how that's perfectly okay. It's a personal choice. We all have different approaches to communication. Oh yeah, and here this is where Ling Ling Bird discovers that actually, despite him being so different to Chickadee, it's okay, they can still be friends. So he's saying, but do you think it's okay for someone so bright and so brash and as big as me to be friends with someone so tiny and wee? So these are just, discussion points that you can have with the children about being different ways to access sound, how some children actually don't have some deaf children don't have any hearing devices at all. Sometimes that's a personal choice, sometimes that's a medical reality, and that's okay. There's a lot of different ways to be deaf, and that actually really feeds in very well to this other book, which is for the slightly older children, written by the amazing Kerry Tidman, who is really quite an extraordinary person. She has overcome so much adversity in her life, and she has turned it in the end into a really positive force for good, for helping to uplift others who may be going through tough times themselves.